Hey everyone, I'm Sophie.
And I'm Deborah.
And we're the authors of
Overcoming Overthinking,
36 Ways to Tame Anxiety for Work,
School,
and Life. And today we're on tip number 21. And tip number 21 is write yourself a letter or a note and mail it to yourself. And I want to talk a little bit about where I learned this. So I used to go to Camp Ramah in the Rockies, and after all of our week-long hiking trips, we would sit down in the middle of the woods by ourselves, and we would write letters to ourselves, and they would get mailed to us a couple months later. And it was always so fun to get a letter from my past self written to my future self. My mom's going to talk a little bit about what she would put in her letter.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about how different I hope things will be for us in 3 months from now or 6 months from now. So in the letter that I write to myself, that I will mail to myself and then hold on to for 6 months from now, I want to make sure to include that I was worried about running out of toilet paper, that I slept in my own bed for weeks, which is very unusual for me, and it made me so happy. I'm going to include the fact that we couldn't go out to eat in restaurants, so we cooked every single meal except for our one night a week when we ordered in to support local businesses. I want to remember that I did not have the attention span to read any of the books on my reading list, despite the fact that I'm a voracious reader. I want to remind myself that we did our Passover Seder by Zoom. I want to remind myself that I made really hard short-term decisions for long-term benefits, and I want to remind myself that my family and I were brave even when we were scared. So
that's a long letter.
That's a long letter. Hopefully I'll have the attention span then to read it.
But I think one thing that's really important to mention is that, like, when other people tell you that you got through this, it's hard to believe them. But if you tell yourself, if you write a letter to your future self, you're going to believe yourself. Like, you're going to tell yourself the truth. And that's why I think this activity is really important.
That's a great perspective. Thanks, Soph.
You're welcome.
All right, see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.